a few years ago, I think it was back in 2021, I actually sat down and I played a Fortnite tournament. I don't really know if you played Fortnite or if you know the game, but I played a tournament which was going to be like 3 hours, and I had a crazy warm-up routine before that. I was actually gonna go into like a free build mode where I could just warm up and just do that for like an hour, 1.5 hours, and then I played some ranked games, and then after that we were going to play the tournament. So when the tournament started, I actually played for like 2 hours, and before that, like in the morning, I played like 4 or 5 hours before that, and then I had just an hour or 2 hours of pause, and then I actually sat down and I played video games for like, I don't even know how long it was. It was like 2 hours of warm up and ranked before the tournament, and then after that I played for like 3 or 4 hours like in the tournament in total. And then after that, the tournament actually went out pretty well, so we thought to ourselves that we are 3 people here and we all can keep playing. So I think it was like the tournament ended at like 9, and then when it finished at like 9, we were finished at like 9:30 because we played our game. We went into our last game at like 8:55, then we played our last game and it took like 30 minutes. And then we'd actually played for like, I think it was like 5 hours or something like that when the tournament started, and then we played for another like 1 or 2 hours after that. We're just playing ranked because we had played so well. And what was the problem here is that I had actually played for like 10 hours this day. Like 10 hours, imagine how much time that is. Like for example, I actually spoke to my dad and he said to me that I had actually played for like almost an entire work day. Like he's been in work today or the other day. I don't really remember because this was a long time ago, but he said to me that I'd actually been playing for like an entire work day. And he said to me like, there's actually a lot of time to actually just be playing and not taking any pauses, because my parents have never ever set like any like regulation for how long I am going to be able to play. They just want me to do that in moderation, but now I actually quit entirely, and I've done that for like, I don't even know how long it is. I can't even remember the last time I played video games. I think it is like 2 years ago that I officially quit, and then I've been sometimes but I've just been playing for a few times with my friends, and then I've just turned it off and thought to myself that this isn't going to lead me anywhere in life. But anyway, when I've done that, I've actually thought to myself, and I've actually felt pretty guilty for doing that, because I didn't really want to play video games, but I was just so hooked to them, and they actually ruined my life. Because imagine if I just took like, let's say the first like 1 or 2 hours and just applying myself to the things that I was supposed to instead on my like summer break. If I would have just played football for those like 1 or 2 hours, like I don't even know what task would I've done that wasn't like instant gratification, that was delayed gratification, like playing football, like I don't know, working on some project like the YouTube channel, repurposing short form content, like just doing something would have led me to actually accomplishing my goals. But I didn't, just because I was so hooked to them. And I can't really blame my younger self for this, because he didn't have the tools, he didn't know, and when you're that hooked, it's very hard to quit. But video games actually ruined my life. And now people say to me sometimes like, oh, video games help me relax, I only do them for 1 hour a day, and all of these excuses, because truthfully, they are excuses, because I put up with the same excuses once upon a time, just because I wanted to keep playing and I didn't want to hold myself responsible to my own actions. And if you say to yourself that, yeah, I know that video games aren't good for me, but I'm going to play them anyway, then you have a bit more of my respect, because I can't actually choose what you're going to do with your life. But if you just want to accomplish a big goal, like for example, you want to have a great career, you want to get better at something, you want to start a project, you want to become pro in like a sport, or you just want to play an instrument, or you want to become the best at just something, what I want you to realize is that you're playing a game here. Like for example, if you want to become the best musician in the world, you're actually playing a game, and you're playing a numbers game. So if you're playing if you're playing a video game, some of your brain's capacity will just be forced into that direction, because your brain can't actually tell the difference between like a video game goal or a real life goal. So that's why you need your real life goals, and you need to actually quit video games, because video games actually ruined my life, as I've said, because it wasted so much of my time. And I thought to myself that I don't really want to do this anymore, so I just threw it off, and now I feel so much better. Because if you just quit and if you just do things outside of playing video games, people will actually respect you if you have like high quality friends. Because for me, many of my friends say to me like, oh, I really respect that you're not playing video games, but what are you doing with your time? And I just say like, I'm working on some projects that I have currently. And if you haven't found out your projects yet or the thing you actually want to do, just try some things, sit down and be bored. And just, I would suggest like level up self-improvement first, because when you start leveling up self-improvement, like meditation, gratitude, focus and all of that, when you start developing these habits and these skills, it will be a lot easier for you to actually take on something bigger, like starting a business and doing something that will actually help you a lot with your goals. So that's why I think it's important for us to quit playing video games. And this is why video games ruined my life. And if you've got some value out of this video, you can subscribe if you haven't already done that, and see you in the next one.